You put on a trade, you listen to your own voice, you listen to your own system, you lose, you get out what you're supposed to, you can deal with that, you can diagnose it. It actually sometimes even feels good, even if you didn't win. Same thing is you do all that stuff and you win. That feels great, even better because you won. What feels like shit is when you disobey your plan, your voice, and you get something else stuck in your head that you heard on the news or you heard from a friend or a bunch of so-called smart people think it's a good idea, and you veer over into that camp against your own training and your own observations, and then you lose. It feels terrible. Sometimes you don't get out on time because it's not your idea, so you don't know where you're supposed to get out because it's not something you're comfortable with. And to make matters even worse, the original idea that you may have had potentially could have worked out, and now you're stuck doing something you heard somebody else tell you was a good idea, and that's the worst of all the worlds. And that's, I thought of this today because not only has it happened to me many times, I'm sure it's happened to you, but I was talking with my wife and she had something like that brought up an opinion or a viewpoint on something from someone else that got stuck in her head that wasn't really what she thought. And as time went on, all of a sudden you start taking that on as your own idea, but you don't really feel comfortable about it. It's almost like it's borrowed from somewhere else and you get it stuck in your head and you've lost your way. And so you go back and really analyze, is that even true? Or did I just hear that something and accept it as my own? So that's kind of on my mind right now as I get ready for tomorrow. Just really sticking to my own process, my own thoughts. It doesn't mean I'm not able to find somebody else's stuff interesting and fit it into my plan, because it's also how I think. That's absolutely the case a lot of times. But I think there's a difference between that and getting lost with something else that doesn't fit what you're doing.